Oh, it's time to grab your glasses, family. It's time for us to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic Rock. Shots out. Here we go. Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink. Or should I say, breathe, then drink. Take a breath. Take your breath. Now, grab your glass for some water.
We are live. Family, I want to make sure you know you are now listening to the Daily Spark. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and of course, please comment. Shouts out to Sister Tiandra, who is commenting and talking to me. I feel so lonely here, trapped in this nether zone of the internet with no one to talk to. Y'all not talking to me. Why? What do you want from me? What did I do? No, I'm just fucking with y'all. But hey, it is kind of lonely. But hey, I ain't crying. I don't care if y'all want to talk to me. Hey, let me give you the thought. Damn, I didn't do a haiku, but I'm going to sit down. I'm going to do that in a second. Give me a second. But let me give you something that came to me. So I'm listening to my podcast, doing my learning, right? 80% of what I do is entertainment. 80% of what I do is more education. I'm always trying to learn something. So I'm listening to somebody describe capitalism. And they said capitalism is anti-life. So y'all know I'm a nerd. I love, let me say this. I love comic books. I love fantasy. I love mythology. You know what I'm saying? I love stories. I love storytelling. So if you go back in my past, you'll see when we have folk tales for grown folks and the discussion around these folk tales and the lessons that come from them, right? These stories, right? And when they said that capitalism was anti-life, man, I immediately went to a comic book. Now, for those of you, it was a comic book and it was also shown in the movie, in a live action DC comic book movie. All right, the Justice League. All right, was it? No, it wasn't the Justice League. Maybe it was the Justice League when they had to fight Darkseid, right? So for those that don't know, Darkseid is the big bad in the DC universe. So he's everything that, in a sense, that's negative. He that negative aspect. Superman is the balance, right? They balance each other out. Darkseid is traveling the universe seeking this thing called the anti-life equation. With the anti-life equation, it races everything to the bottom. Everything goes to the bottom, basically. Because if you look at his world is totally consumed because they have used up all the resources. Everywhere he go, they use all the resources. They consume everything. And he wants everybody to bow to his will and do what Darkseid want them to do. They have no will. That's the anti-life equation. And I'm listening to them talk about capitalism. I said, well, damn. Capitalism is the anti-life equation, because I want you to think about it. Capitalism is doing everything to make it hard for life to exist. It commoditizes everything. It's constantly racing to the bottom, and it only wants to work. The goal is to work with workers who have no rights, no opinions, and just do what you want. That's why they are racing to trying to get robots. Right? Not really realizing and doing the math all the way out. Well, if all the workers are robots and you pay a one-time fee for them, where's the workers going to get the money to purchase all the shit that you got the robots making? Right? So there's going to have to be other ways of doing that. Now, also, I'm saying all that to go back to this too. family, I want you to understand that one of the major steps for Gye-nyame also is in the future, actually right now, but the goal is to start helping people find purpose. Because as we start moving into the future and jobs are eliminated and new ones created, or there's going to be more free time, right? Things are going to be, believe me, family, listen. Things are going to be more affordable, right? Housing is going to be a right. Healthcare is going to be a right. It's going to be so. Education, you're going to be able to pursue your education regardless of how old you are, and it's either going to be very affordable or it's going to be one of the rights of citizenship. That's the type of world we're moving toward. I know a lot of y'all can't see that, right? But I need you to start seeing that and start working towards that. But one of the key things that Gye-nyame is really focused on is developing the curriculum. As you already know, we already got the curriculum to help people find their purpose. Self-mastery. Help you find your purpose, right? So now, for those of you that are interested in learning more about Gye-nyame Journey, in the Telegram group, I am opening up conversations for those who are interested in joining Gye-nyame. And what I'm doing is opening up an e-course that I created years ago, you know what I'm saying, that I'm going to use as, in a sense, a Gye-nyame onboard. You want to be a Gye-nyame, you're going to have to go through this e-course. And you're going to demonstrate your mastery of the material, right? Point blank. Now, and this is going for current members as well, because a lot of stuff they're getting through osmosis from being around the Gye-nyame, being around the culture, but now I need to make sure there's sort of a curriculum that people are going through so that we all have the same basis of information, or at least can have the same arguments, right? Or even have things to argue about, because I don't necessarily agree with that one, brother. Hot damn, and boom, boom, boom. And then I want to motivate the next generation to be willing and able to take it to the next level, right? But I'm saying all that to say, when I heard them say that capitalism was anti-life, I said, damn, in these stories, whether it's on purpose or accidentally, our minds work in such a way to where we could take something that we think is just fun and clever, put it somewhere, and the shit ends up being truth. Because, and I want you to, and check this out, we have all these super rich people racing to be dark side. They want to get the ultimate anti-life equation. This is why they're trying to get AGI. This is why they're trying to get robots. I mean, it is crazy. You look at this shit and you be like, oh my God. All right, but anyway, let's get the show started. Family, I want to make sure that you know that you are now standing in the congregation, mighty home of the stubborn minority, the place of your calling. This is Gye-nyame Journey Media. I'm your host, Brother Tim. Of course, you know it's a Heart of Simple production all day, every day. We strive to blow up your old paradigms. None of my crew should be sleeping because we are doing this one late in the day, family. I got up, cut the grass, wrote some material for the next couple of days. Thinking about sending out these emails for those people that have been rocking with me for a long time to support what's going on with Simba, right? Because we're going to have to raise this dough. Because family, camp time is coming, and we already know that if you look at the stuff going on right now, you already know it's going to be hard for us to raise money in the ways that we was raising again. So we're going to have to come to the altar of the community and bow humbly and ask each and every last one of you for your pennies, dimes, nickels, dollars to help us get these young people and get these adults that's going to be taking time off up here and make sure everybody get what they need, right? Get their needs met. But anyway, that's neither here or there. I want to say great umoja to each and every last one of you. We are standing right now, if I'm correct, on 4/20/2026. We are firmly in the year of Ujima. We are in the cycle of Ujima. And family, let me say this to you before I go any further. I'm going to be talking about this. But that Kuji Chagalia cycle whooped I don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? And then let me say this too. So now, everything working good for me. At least I thought. And I come to my water distiller and the damn thing damn near blow up. I'm sitting up here like, well, la-di-da, what is going on here? Right? All right, cool. So I step back and I think about the ancestral algorithm. I try to keep those up. For those of you that want to link in and have it on a daily basis, come over to the Telegram group. I have a place where I'm posting up the picture and the video. I got a little video. I think, matter of fact, I'm gonna do a song for Imani and post it up as well. I'm gonna try to start doing that for each day as we move forward, so that you can have instant access to the algorithm, because I be needing it too, because sometimes they be long and I be forgetting. But family, right now what I want to do is I want us to say goodbye to the algorithm for yesterday, or Imani. I trust the process even when the program seems to lag. I trust the process even when the program seems to lag. I trust the process even when the program seems to lag. I hope y'all, those in the Telegram group, I hope y'all like that picture that I developed. You know what I'm saying? Showing, it was dope. You got to get over on the Telegram group. And if you saw it and you liked it, go on, somebody type in Ashe. Wherever you listening, right? If you listening and you like what you hearing, say Ashe. If you hear something that touches you, that's for you, that's about you, that you think that you could pick up and use, type in Ashe, because we want to get the engagement up, because the only way we grow is, guess what? If we grow. So once again, I want to say great emoji to all of you. I want to send some shots out to all of the emoji born as we move into the celebration of this emoji, and we go in to our little kit and we pull out our information about the algorithm for the day, as well as the proverb. I hope you are ready. Let's get this journey started. But before we get started, let me get my haikus together. All right, so here we go. Haiku. Tell me if I'm haikuing or not. Get your fingers ready to count. Peace is reinforced, and our harmony brings joy in community. Was that boy haikuing? I thought so. I trust the process, even when results are slow. I hang for results. All right, here we go. This is not magic, nor is it a miracle. We trust in process. And last one, we build our nation using ancestral wisdom, one block at a time. Is that brother haikuing? Yes, y'all. This is part of my spiritual development, my making sure I keep my wits about me, my mind sharp. And let's get into our discussion for today. I want to thank you for your time, family. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. If you hear something you like, type in that Ashe. Because remember, the more discussion we have, the more comments you make, the faster we grow. The faster we grow, the better we can make the show. Even in some cases, the longer we can make the show. And also, the more we can be a service of the community where we are in, and maybe even build chapters elsewhere. But that's all depends on us. You know what I'm saying? Because the only way we grow is if we grow. But hey, here we go. Official proverb, official haku for the day. Gold melts in the heat, but the tribe remains standing. Wealth is in the breath. Listen up, family. Listen up. Come on, take a seat on the porch for a minute. And let's talk about the lone wolf mask we've been forced to wear for far too long. We live in a world that praises the self-made man and the independent woman. But if we look at the ancestral algorithm for this emoji day, we see a different truth. Here's that algorithm. We already said goodbye to the last one, but here's the algorithm for you today. My peace is reinforced by the harmony of my community. My peace is reinforced by the harmony of my community. My peace is reinforced by the harmony of my community. My peace is reinforced by the harmony of my community. Family, you need to say it. You need to throw that, as Bruce Lee would say, that emotional content on saying it, right? Say it like you mean it. My peace is reinforced by the harmony of us. Harmony of my community. We've been conditioned to believe that the digits in our bank account are the ultimate measure of our security. We chase the paper, thinking it's the shield that will protect our families from the storms of life. But as the proverb says, listen, he who has people is wealthier than he who has money. And I know that's hard for many of y'all to wrap your mind around because you have been brainwashed and whooped into believing that is money rather than relationships. But family, it's those relationships. And Gye-nyame, we talk about spirituality is the science of maintaining relationships. You want to talk about, you can't talk about true spirituality. You can't talk about having real power if you don't have relationships. He who has people is wealthier than he who has money. All I need is 10 people loyal. That's it. I got that. We got each other's back. Right? Got each other's back. Think about it. Financial capital is notoriously fragile. It's a paper house built in a hurricane zone. A market crash, a corrupt system, or a bad investment could turn that wealth into dust overnight. Look at what's happening to America, y'all. Overnight. 1 year, 250 years of oppressing motherfuckers is going out the window right now before you. It's burning. When somebody called me this weekend and told me, he said, man, it's like this country is a paper tiger. I almost said we're demonstrating we're a paper tiger. Right? We got people all over the world scared, but now they're seeing the champion getting whooped. And for those that truly don't understand this type of warfare, the victory is in not losing. Simba heard that. The victory is in not losing. Y'all better listen. All right, I'm going to stop. But a deep reciprocal network. Reciprocal, my fault. I don't know why I messed the word up. But a deep reciprocal network of human relationships. That is an inexhaustible asset. Family, are you working on the relationships around you? Are you working on building the relationships around you? We are naturally tribal people. People need others. This is why in prison, the most deadly thing, the worst punishment they could give you is solitary confinement. I know some of y'all be like, I wish I could have solitary confinement. Yeah, probably for a day. If you make it through that day. Right? Human beings are designed to be around other human beings, especially other human beings that are like them. Family, close friends. We're designed for that. We require that. When the money runs out, and history shows us, it often does for our people through systematic death. I done told y'all. Y'all don't listen to me, right? It's the community that sustains you. It's the brother who shows up with a hammer when your roof leaks. the sister who watches the kids so you can regroup, and the elders who pour wisdom into your ear when your spirit is flagging. To sacrifice these relationships is the lonely pursuit of currency, right? To sacrifice these relationships in the lonely pursuit of currency is to trade a permanent fortress for a fragile paper house. Somebody type out share if you feel that. Anime, thank you. I'm about to say something, Anime. Come on now. Tap that I shade. Tap that I shade in there. Let me know you feel that. In my book, I'm not complete with it, the Bible, I talk about the moment of realization where the game no longer satisfies. We try to quiet our conscience with shopping or status, but those things can't speak back to us when we're lonely. In the Words Handbook for Life's Journey, I emphasize that the strength of the nation starts with the strength of the tribe. If you are standing alone, you aren't standing strong. You're just waiting to be tipped over. And many of us, we might have made it to where we wanted in our career, but we're just waiting to be tipped over. The wolves is at the door, howling for your wealth, howling for the thing that you built up, supposedly all by your lonesome. Come on, family. Today, we need to practice the via negativa or the art of subtraction. We talk about that to reveal the true power of emoji. We have to scrape off the following false narrative: the self-made myth, the self-made myth, the self-made myth. Shed the illusion that you got where you are by yourself. Every breath you take is a gift from the ancestors. Every opportunity was paid by someone else's struggle. Drop the weight of trying to be independent and embrace being interdependent. Man, y'all ain't hearing me. Y'all ain't hearing me. The competition burden. Stop looking at your brothers or sisters as rivals for limited resources. In a unified tribe, their success is your security. Cut the noise of comparison. Lastly, the transactional lens. Stop valuing people based on what they can do for you right now. Start valuing them for who they are. Relationships aren't ATM machines. They are the soil from which all lasting power grows. We got a whole lot of old, stanky West Asian programming that has been put on us. Right? It's been put on us. And we got to fight through that, right? Because like I said, now what we're starting to see community houses spring up. Where communities of people are buying areas and living as a large functional family. Right? And I'm like, yo, family, listen, I'm down. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm down. Right? I would love for some of y'all to be my neighbors. I would love for our children to be able to go on and play together and run out into the woods or go to the city together, learn how to drive together, grow up and have friends and be friends for life and come. And when we move out of the spots or we die or whatever, they are able to come and take that as a group. It belongs to a community trust or something. I don't know. But there's ways where we could work it out. We got people who think about this shit all day long. And all we got to do is give them the space. And they will be creative enough to make something. So we ain't got to worry about standing out there all by ourselves for somebody to come push us over. Because when they come and they try to lay their hands on us, one of our brothers or sisters, first off, going to warn us before the hand even land. Secondly, they're going to be ready to come with the 1-2 when we need to do it. When you drop the heavy jacket armor isolation, you find that your peace doesn't depend on how much you have, but on who you have standing with you. Purple is our color today, the color of royalty. But remember, a king without a people is just a man in a fancy hat. A queen without a community is just a woman in a lonely room. Build your fortress out of people. Build your fortress out of people. Build your fortress out of people and not paper. Family. Man, check this out. Make sure you get the Goose Cyber Narrative map. Of course, all this stuff I'm about to say is down in the description. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and even become a supporting member. We need somebody to become a supporting member of the Daily Spark. Look down there. It's in there. Click it, and go on. Help us build Get your rep, your principal shirt, family. I just was over at Elder's house today, and I was helping her with her computer as much as I could. It wasn't too much I could do. But she had on her Coochie Chagalia shirt. I want to give Mama Margarita a round of applause. That's right, that's right. Mama Margarita was sporting the Coochie Chagalia shirt, right? Now, so wear your shirt, right? We got long sleeve, we got short sleeve, we got hoodies, right? If you want a cup, we can put it on the cup for you. So you can drink your coffee out of your principle, right? Also, join the Daily Spark Telegram group, family, where we do the real discussion. I'm posting up the ancestral algorithm. The proverb of the day is being posted up, you know what I'm saying, so that you can really have some discussion about it, as well as, once again, and since we're talking about the proverb of the day,
It's the proverb of the day. The proverb of the day. The proverb of the day.
Proverb of the day. Yeah. Proverb of the day. For this reading, we return to the deeply organized and entrepreneurial culture of the Igbo people of southeastern Nigeria. In a society that historically mastered both extensive trade networks and intense communal responsibility, they offer us the ultimate, unshakable definition of wealth. I'm going to try. Onye nyewe. Maduka anye nenwe ego. Wow. All right. What did that mean? What that mean, brother? He who has people is wealthier than he who has money. You heard it up there earlier. I just want to make sure you heard it from me right now, but I got to ask the question. Please tell me, what does it mean to you? And you know what? You are now listening to Gye-nyame Journey Radio. This is a Heart of a Symbol production. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigms.